Hey everyone, and today is another book review day where we review books submitted by your good selves for me to have a look at to see if there's anywhere or any way we can make changes to these books to try and improve sales, which is what this business is all about. And today we've got quite an unusual book to review. 247 pages long and got some very interesting features, so stick around for this one. It really is an interesting one to look at. Now, if you've not been here before or new to this channel, then my name's Paul Marles. I do videos on how to make it, keep it, grow it, and that's your money I'm talking about. And if you do like videos like that, then please do give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell to receive notification of when I produce more videos like this. Before we actually get onto the book reviews themselves, I just want to present to you, it's a little equation, which is what I use when I'm looking at books. And that is sales equals traffic plus conversions. And when I'm reviewing the books, that's what I keep in mind. Now, traffic is mainly where the book ranks on Amazon, or where it could rank on Amazon, and that usually just comes down to mainly the keywords that you use in the title, subtitle in your 7 keyword boxes. When it comes to conversions, we're looking at things like the cover design, which is probably the main thing that gets the clicks, and then things like sentence structure, grammar of the title, subtitle, description, and the pricing, and also what it looks like inside as well. So let's get to it and let's look at the first book. Now, this is a Learn to Write and Count workbook. So first impressions, the cover looks okay. I'm not a huge fan of it, but you know, looks quite reasonable. Now, what I do like actually is the back cover of this book, and I really like this square box. It shows customers what's actually going on inside the book. And probably what I would do is take this element from the back cover and put it on the front cover here, because you'll find that a lot of books that are selling well in this niche do have that sort of appearance where you can see, you know, the dotted letters, you can see what's going on inside the interior, which obviously works because a lot of these types of books do sell extremely well. And in fact, over lockdown, one of these books was actually #1 bestseller in the whole of Amazon for quite some time, and made the author, the publisher, quite a bit of money. Now, just a quick look at the title, subtitle, punctuation, price, description. All looks absolutely fine. Big fan of bullet points in descriptions. Aren't any here, but it looks fine, looks okay. Now, I think the issue with this here is that it is quite a competitive market, as I said, with some really good sellers. And if we look at the keywords, now this is a Learn to Write and Count workbook. Now, I'll come to what I have as an issue with that in a moment, but just let's have a quick look at the keywords. Now, Learn to Count workbook has 830 search results. So that's good, because I try and target keywords with 1,000 searches or less. That's in the all category, not the book category. I've done a video on that. I'll leave a link to it above on why I only search in the all category. Basically, it's where customers are searching. And let's have a look at the Learn to Write workbook. Now, that's got 2,000 results, so that's probably quite competitive. And here we have these are the books that sell ridiculously well and make the publishers, authors a lot of money. So you're going to have to be competing with these. They've got loads of reviews. So I think the chances of outranking these is going to be extremely difficult. You would probably have to run ads on them. Now, one of the main issues I do have with this book is that it's targeting the Learn to Write and the Learn to Count. Now, my preference would be to actually do 2 books. A Learn to Count workbook and a Learn to Write workbook. So the niches are focused in each book. Therefore, Amazon, you know, there's a good chance that Amazon will be certain about what each book is and rank them accordingly. And you've got sort of 2 bites at the apple, if you like. Whereas here, you've got quite a competitive keyword and not as competitive keyword. But I think customers will be looking for either that Learn to Write or Learn to Count. So this may sort of confuse or put off some customers. So I would probably just, you know, create 2 separate books, Learn to Count, Learn to Write, and publish them like that. But overall, looks pretty good. Then we've got this blank comic book. Now again, cover looks absolutely fine. And there's some colour elements here that in the interior. Now, I don't know if this book is being printed in colour. If so, it would cost quite a bit and reduce your profit margin. But as I understand it, if it shows up colour here, but you print it in black and white, it will appear in black and white for the customer. Now that can bring up an issue on its own, because if someone's looking to purchase a book and they do look inside and see these colour elements, yet when they buy it, it's in black and white, it can sometimes lead to poor reviews. But inside just looks like a normal basic comic book interior. Again, like the previous book, the whole title, subtitle looks fine, quite a short description. Now the pricing might be an issue, $7.99, which we'll come to in a moment. But just looking at the keyword first of all, the main keyword, which is the keyword in the title, which seems to have the main sort of search engine or Amazon search engine algorithm factor. So that's why I call this a main keyword, the blank comic book. Let's have a look at the competition for this. Now there's 4,000 results, so it's very competitive. So it's going to be difficult to rank for this keyword. Therefore, it's going to be difficult to get the traffic and get the eyeballs on this particular book. But if we have a look down and look at the pricing of all these books that are selling well, I mean, $5.99, $6.49, $5.99, $6.49. We've got one here at $7.95. Let's have a look, see what this one's about. See if there's anything additional in this book that makes it worth that money. And we can see we've got instructions here on how to draw, how to create comics, and the blank comic interior has these speech bubbles, which may be a plus or minus to whoever's drawing comics. I'm not entirely sure. So that may be why they're justifying that higher price. So it looks like, you know, at $7.99 you're probably pricing yourself out of the market with this particular book, and you're targeting quite a competitive keyword. So it'd be worthwhile doing some keyword research, maybe looking at a less competitive keyword to give you that better chance of ranking. Let's go to the next book, Sketchbook. I'm not overly keen on this cover. Now, I've been looking at it quite a bit, and that's why I'm not keen on it. I don't like this, it's like a jigsaw appearance, this rainbow of colours. They don't seem to really pop or stand out to me. It's an unusual size as well, 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches. There's issues here in the subtitle with capitalization. All the main words need to be capitalized. Now you're targeting Sketchbook here as a main keyword. Let's have a look on Amazon. Yeah, 3,000 results. It's very competitive. You're gonna have difficulty ranking for that particular keyword. So again, you need to use the Amazon search bar, put in some keywords, start with Sketchbook, look at what Amazon's offering you. I've got a plugin here called AMZ Suggestion Expander, which will give you these other keywords as well. Start putting those into the Amazon search bar, see what number of search results comes up for those particular keywords, and maybe target something less competitive. In my Gumroad shop, actually, I've got a list of keywords for the Sketchbook market, which lists all the main keywords related to sketchbooks, with the Amazon search numbers and where available, the Google search numbers. So it's a case of, you know, you could go through those or just do it yourself, pick out some low competition keywords. Now, the biggest issue I've got here is the price, $12.99, and there's only 60 pages. Whereas if we look at some of the other books that are produced on KDP, we've got this here, 120 pages, $4.99, which I think is a bit cheap, really. Anyway, this one bestseller, $5.99. Let's look at the number of pages, 108 pages. So it's very expensive for the number of pages. So that's definitely going to put customers off. So even if you could get the book ranked, you might not get the clicks because of the cover. And if you did, the pricing would definitely, I think, put people off. So you need to address those particular factors. Now, this next one, A Crowded Camper is Better Than an Empty Castle, a camping journal notebook for $6. Now, that's an unusual price. I think you would normally price that at something like, you know, $5.99 if you're going to go for that price mark. Again, issues with capitalization here. You need to capitalize the main words. And I'm not keen on this subtitle, Cute and Funny Camping Gifts Ideas. I mean, it's not gift, it's a gift. So camping gift idea for camper, women, men, adults, couples. Yeah, I'm not keen on that. It just looks a bit spammy to me. Now let's have a look at the interior. Now this is just a blank lined interior, so very basic. And the keyword, the main keyword being targeted here, appears to be camping journal notebook, which is in the subtitle, which is not as powerful as getting it in the title. But let's see what appears when we put in camping journal notebook. So 1,000 results, so yes, there's a possibility of ranking here. But I'm just going to look at the market here because they all seem to have a similar theme when I do a search. And that's that sort of retro camping look. So it looks like those that are selling well have that retro look, which tells you that's what the market's wanting. This one here looks similar to the one we're just reviewing now. Now, when it comes to camping journal, I just wanted to have a look. So here we have camping journal notebook. If we take a look inside, we've got this, we've got a calendar, we've got camping activities, sort of, I don't know, calendar, weekly diary type thing. And then we've got all this like logbook interior that people can fill out. So I think maybe just a blank line journal may not be enough if you're going for the camping journal notebook keyword. People that are buying these may be looking for more the, you know, something to fill out, more the logbook type thing. In terms of the cover, I've got nothing against it. There seems to be sort of a kind of a shading on the lettering. I'd probably be more inclined to get rid of that and just have it sort of plain white on a dark background to make it stand out a bit more, because this is just making the letters look a bit greyish to me, which I'm not overly keen on. So I think, you know, it might be a difficult market to get into. Customers might be expecting a slightly different interior for this type of notebook, and there's issues around the subtitle. So I think if those again can be improved, all the better. Now we come on to this, it's quite an exciting book. Someone kindly sent me this book, Caspero Adonis, and it's 247 pages long. Now when he first offered to send it to me, I had a quick look on Amazon, and I thought, wow, it's quite a thick, low content book. But I did like the cover. It's quite, it's very professionally done. I think it looks in sort of the, I don't know, is it comic book style or graffiti art style? Sorry if I'm wrong on that, but I think it looks pretty good. Very, very striking. So when it arrived, I was quite surprised because I opened the book first of all, and yes, there's a lot of blank pages. It's a journal to write down notes, ideas. But what surprised me is that the last, I suppose, half of the book is actually a written book. So there you go. And it's nothing more than superb. It's all about money, investing, business, creating a side hustle, just getting your finances sorted. So this is it's been written by someone with a lot of experience, taking a lot of time, because it really is set out beautifully, formatted extremely well. But starting reading this, it's actually really, really good, and better than a lot of business books that I've actually bought and read. Now, I've got no affiliation to this whatsoever. It was just sent to me as a gift, and I said I would review it. Now, this type of book can be difficult to get sales from because it's sort of in the business genre, side hustle. So it's difficult on how to get this in front of potential customers. Now, I have done written books, non-fiction books for other people, and the issue is always getting them in front of an audience, because it's difficult just to target keywords for this sort of particular book. I mean, in your 7 keyword boxes, yeah, you can go for things like side hustle, you know, all the business related terms, making money online, side hustle, second income, that type of thing. But it's very difficult when it comes to sort of the title and the subtitle. Now, the title of this would be, looks like it's Lab Notes, The Blueprint to Success. So you could have something in the subtitle about side hustle, business, making money, to try and get some search terms on that. But I found really the only way and the best way to sell a book like this, and it's a shame if it didn't make sales because it's so good, but that would be to create an audience, and that would mean like building up a social media following, building up a brand, you know, a blog or a YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook account, creating articles, creating videos around, you know, business, making money, creating a side hustle, very similar to this channel, I guess, and then building up an audience like that, and then on top of that selling a book like that, because I think it would do really well. So if you're interested in reading about business and making money online, or just business in general, it doesn't have to be making money online, it's all about sort of just the principles of building a successful business and making money, then go to Amazon, take a look at the book. It really is very good and worthwhile, but it's just creating that audience, I think, that needs to be achieved. And the three common media now are, say, YouTube, blog, podcast. I mean, even getting onto people's podcast as a guest, maybe sending this book out to people like me. I've put it on my channel, but you know, other social media influencers, if you like, or people that run business podcasts, try and get on there, get your face and voice known. But potential there to a lot of success. And I like that idea about having the written book and then having that diary part, so you can actually interact with the book to sort of, I guess, track your progress, make notes, that type of thing. So guys, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Now, if you want your book reviewed, then do DM me on Instagram. I have got a big list of books to review, so it is taking a little bit of time to get through them all, but hopefully, you know, at some point I will, so be patient. But thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down, but make sure you do hit the subscribe button and you do smash that notification bell. And until next time, goodbye.